Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Japan Catch Up, where we talk about the latest news topics and also some cultural and language uh, bits of information, I suppose. So, today we'll start with, introducing everyone who you're familiar with anyway. It's me, Jibwa, and we've got Fumi and then Alan in the background.
Hello.
We'll begin with talking about one of our favorite travel destinations in Japan for those of you who are looking for some good places to visit while you're here. One of my favorite places to visit is actually Nikko. It's about an hour, maybe a bit more, outside of Tokyo. Um, and it's more countryside than city. It's a good option to get out into the countryside slash mountainside if you're just looking for a short day trip from Tokyo. And it's got quite a few attractions, one of which is Toshogu Shrine, which is probably one of the most ornate shrines in the entire country. It's rather than being quite simple and wooden and austere, it's got all of these like hand carvings that are really intricate and very colorful, which is quite strange when it comes to shrines. Uh, it's also set against a mountainside, which is really pretty, especially in autumn. And one of the fun things to do there is a place called Edo Wonderland, and it's like a recreated Edo period town slash theme park. Uh, when we went there, it wasn't too busy, but it's basically like a recreated Edo period town with people walking around in Edo period dress. They have ninja shows and magic shows, which sound really childish, but it's actually really cool. And they have like a ninja trick house and places where you can eat. So yeah, I found that really cool when we last visited. Um, and I mean, oh, there's also a small brewery where you can take a 20-minute tasting, and it's free, a short tour and tasting. Um, yeah, have you guys been to Nico before?
Yeah, I've been there as a school trip. I don't think I've been to Ninja Trick, uh, Ninja Park, something you said. No idea
Well,
is that word.
like a,
Is it new thing?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if it's a ninja trick house, but I don't know. It's just very cool. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah, I wanna visit there.
Mhm.
I've been to Nikko Toshogu before.
Mm,
Then that was a school trip, and I thought um, there's a famous three monkeys on the gate.
mm,
It's one of the monkeys covering its eyes like this, one of them covering its ear like this, one of them covering its mouth like this,
mm,
and these are famous monkey statues. It had a specific name like Mizaru, Iwazaru, Kikazaru.
mm.
This is Japanese. Then what I found is that emoji Mizaru, these monkeys emoji on iPhone.
Mm.
Then I'm wondering if the iPhone user outside Japan can understand what is this. Why monkey is covering its eyes and the ears and the mouth? It's from
Yeah.
Nikko Toshogu statue. It's pretty famous in Japan,
Mm.
but I'm wondering why it's on the iPhone the emoji list.
Well, I know, I mean, in English we say hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. But I'm wondering if it actually came from Japan then.
Hmm. I'm sorry for monkeys. Are they evil?
I'm not even sure. Um,
The Ninja Turtle
but
you're talking about is the one in Edo Wonderland, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's is it well there's a lot to it. So um did you go there when we went?
yeah,
Yeah. Um it's not really a trick house, it's more of like a maze for those who are interested in going. But the ninja show, um is the part that is really amazing. I am not a fan of live shows. I feel like most of them are very, very cheesy. And then especially like somebody was like, "Hey, Alan, do you want to go to a live ninja show performance?" I'm not really a weeaboo.
Hmm.
I don't know if I can say that word, but I'm not a weeb, so I wouldn't be like, "Yeah, sure, dude." But I was highly, highly impressed with just the acrobatic skill of the performers, and it was just a really good show.
Yeah.
I was shocked at like how much I actually enjoyed it. Um, yeah, and then just Toshogu Shrine. People said it's one of the most ornate shrines in Japan. I think honestly, it's the most ornate shrine in the entire country. I mean, of all the shrines that I've seen, nothing comes close. It's beautiful. Like the carvings, engravings, just everything about it is insane. Even just the location as well, being like in the middle of the woods. You kind of wouldn't expect to see it to be there, or something so grand to be like just in the middle of the woods. Um, so yeah, it's beautiful, and I think it's highly like it's probably a must visit location if you're coming to Japan, and especially if you're going to be like centered around Tokyo, since it's not that far. Like it's an
Mm.
hour and a half away.
And there's also Kimigawa Onsen if you want to stay in an onsen town, which is not too far from like the sightseeing spots of Nikko.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that is our location for this week.
Yeah,
Um,
if
when you're
go ahead.
when you're next in Japan, give Nico a day or two to sightsee. But Kumi is now going to introduce our Japanese term of the week.
Cool. But also, if you have any questions about Nico, please send us or leave a comment on the YouTube page of this particular video, and then we'll try to address it. Yeah, want to add that.
Hmm.
Participate. Leave a comment. Damn it. I comment.
All right. Today I want to share the useful vocabulary when you see the beautiful, amazing ninja show. When you're surprised or impressed, is 目を丸くする。目を丸くする。The structure is 目 is your eyes. 丸くする means make something round. So I can say when I see the ninja show, 私は目を丸くした。目を丸く means this, sorry for podcast listener, this movement, like open your eyes bigger and then it's look like a circle. Maybe I could say stare at something round-eyed wonder in English.
Oh, say that again.
Stare at ninja show, round-eyed wonder.
Oh, wide-eyed wonder.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm.
So this is expression for your feeling of surprising, including no, sorry, including when it's not expected. So what I meant is, you know, when you see the car clash, it's not like 目を丸くする situation. 目を丸くする kind of include impressed or unexpected.
Okay.
Another example, when you bump into your ex, that was first time in 3 years or something, and then she become or he become totally different person about his looking or her looking. Maybe there is no words. Then 彼女を見たとき、あんまり変わってたんで目を丸くした。I said, well, I was very surprised at her looking and I made my eye circled.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's a good expression to know.
Then just tips There's another word similar meaning, uh, also using body parts in the sentence, is 舌を巻く.
下を巻く.
舌を巻く. The structure is 舌 is tongue, your tongue, and 巻く is rolling up. So the movement is, can't see. Rolling up your tongue in your mouth means no words, supplied with no words.
Mm.
So we can use in a similar situation. But in this time, maybe we're gonna use more uh, implicit feeling. For example, there is a new employee. Everyone rolled up their tongue because of his skill, great skill, something like that. Surprising, and they are impressed. 舌を巻く.
That's like leaving someone speechless.
Oh yeah.
Mm. But in like a good way.
Mel is very understandable because when people supplied, sometimes their eyes are moved like this, made it open wider. But I've never rolled my tongue when I supplied, so
yeah, that's pretty difficult to do. I don't know how you do that.
But I couldn't find the history of that words this time. Just remember it as one of the Japanese mystery.
Okay, so next time you're telling a story about where you were surprised, you have two new bits of Japanese to use. Oh, thanks, Kumi.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, and that's good vocab too. Maku as a verb, it's a good one to remember.
Yeah, maku. Simply, maku is just a rolling up, not so for idiom. When you're rolling something, just you can use it maku as well. Maku.
And Maru is also a good one for those who are studying Japanese because Maru is obviously ikeoshi, and then to conjugate the I'm sorry, ikeoshi is an adjective that ends in the character e, and to conjugate that into a verb, you add ku instead of at the end. So that's extremely helpful for anyone who wants to learn how to turn adjectives into verbs as well. So, I mean, boring vocab grammar tip from me.
well, thank you both, Alan and Kumi. I think we'll hop on to the news topics for this week. And as always, because it's 2020, there's going to be something coronavirus related. So, Kumi, what are the updates on coronavirus in Japan right
Japan, actually, the new patient number has been slightly increased since the government left the state of emergency, but uh, still not a lot as much as the number in April or something.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we got 17 new patients.
70? It's like 70 or
17.
17. Oh,
So,
okay,
and
not bad.
not bad, but yeah, like I mentioned before earlier, just slightly increased. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering we will be in the state of emergency again or not.
Well, hopefully not. That would be great if we didn't have to do that again. Although Japan is pretty lax with their state of emergency anyway. Man. Okay. And then what about deaths? I mean, because there are a few new infections, but what's the death rate like?
4 days ago, we got zero of death.
Okay.
That was the first time in last 3 months. That's good news. I think it means now spread now the virus spread around young people or more ordinary people because
Mm.
the first time we got a virus spread, there was mostly in the hospital cluster was hospital
Yeah.
or pre-hospital clinic, something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the reason a lot of older people had an infect. Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, still not peaceful and polite situation, but definitely getting better. The
Mm.
report, if I can report from Tokyo, Shinjuku Station, Tokyo Station is our biggest city, biggest station in Japan. It's almost usual. There are so many
Mm.
people and business, so many business is running as usual. Sorry,
Mm.
not as usual, almost as usual. They are changing their business time, but if I'm talking about daily time,
Mm.
daytime, it's almost usual. So
Yeah.
then we have 17. I think that's not too bad so far.
Yeah. Well, as long as it doesn't go up, I think the main thing is that we wanted to, well, stay, ideally go down, but like definitely not go up. Um, so I guess, yeah, we'll just keep an eye on that and keep everyone informed. I think, one of the main things, the main effect of the coronavirus was the postponement of the Olympics. And I believe um, that an Olympic official has said that if the Olympics don't happen in 2021, they will not happen at all. So I think there's going to be quite a lot of pressure to be okay and able to carry out an Olympic Games next year. Because if they don't, that is going to be a lot of money just wasted, and
Mm.
I'm not sure how Japan is going to recover from that.
Well, but also better to decide than move on, not to hold Olympic anymore because
Yeah.
they still paying some money to keep participation, uh, to make a plan or keep human resource, and
Mm.
making maybe poster or some new thing.
Mm.
So then this new money can also be wasted to money
Yeah.
soon. So just from my view, let's just say no.
Yeah. Just
Then
cancel
just
it.
then just use money for another stimulate to stimulate to invite tourists.
Yeah.
So now Olympic is not so super attractive, which
Mm.
like we had not expected before.
Mm.
I still wondering the uh, draft they brought a few weeks ago. They will covered half of cost of foreign tourists. So maybe we can use money that thing.
More money to give to tourists
Yes,
rather
yes.
than the Olympics.
Simply, I
Yeah.
still can see some 2020 out of word in the city everywhere. The
Mm.
Tokyo 2020 campaign, how to buy ticket, a poster,
Yeah.
commercial, something like that. It can be so slow if we really want to have an Olympic 2021 August. That can it shouldn't be so slow. We still think there is so many 2020 other birds. It seems like doesn't move on anything.
Mm. Well, I know even though it'll happen in 2021, they're going to keep calling it 2020,
Mm.
because all of the branding has been done. But they've got like just over a year before the games are supposed to kick off next year. So, there's time, if people do things, you know, wisely. Um, but that is the Olympics. So we'll keep you updated on that to see whether they are going to happen or not. Um, but
I can
with,
sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. No. Well, if they can decide, we will do that quickly. That can be, just positive news. So
yeah.
just decide either one.
Uncertainty is the killer. But I think with all of the time that tourists have not been coming to Japan, some prefectures have been focusing on trying to encourage or trying to build infrastructure or build brands to get people to visit them when they do end up coming to Japan. And one of Japan's prefectures, the prefecture in which Alan and I actually live, Ibaraki, has been labeled the least attractive prefecture in Japan, which is an impressive feat. And I think Kumi, you can tell us about how they're trying to overcome that.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's an annual survey, and yeah, like she said, Ibaraki Prefecture has been ranked rock bottom in attractiveness for several years, maybe 7 years in a row, like that. And firstly, the governor of Ibaraki said this survey is ridiculous. If Ibaraki Prefecture has that kind of image, we will lose youth ages, keep losing our youth ages, and they are going outside of Ibaraki. That's a bit problem.
Mm,
But now they are using this. Ironically, they are using this less honor thing for PR of Ibaraki Prefecture. Um, one thing, there is a comedian who speak Ibaraki dialect,
mhm,
and then yeah, they become famous. Then their comedian their comedy is always talking about Ibaraki and then trying to against another prefecture. Some, for example,
mm,
if other prefectures such as Kyoto or Hokkaido, which is a very famous for tourists,
mm,
saying something bad about Ibaraki, this
mm,
comedian bring some other good thing of
mm,
Ibaraki, and then every time they are angry. That's
mm,
actually kind of fun. Yep. And then, sorry, the second thing, they try to change the airport name.
mm,
Ibaraki has an airport. It's called Ibaraki Airport. Then they tried to change its name as a nickname for abroad to show off overseas. Tokyo Ibaraki Airport. So that it could have been, if taken that way, it could have been the option to land Tokyo for foreign tourists,
mm.
tourists. But it's obviously not fact.
Yeah. Mm,
Ibaraki is not Tokyo.
mm. I would be very disappointed if I was flying into Tokyo for like a 2 week vacation and I landed in Ibaraki and then had to travel like 2 hours to get into Tokyo.
Yeah, there are lots of Ibaraki people actually say that, or not only for convenient reason. They Ibaraki native people against the Ibaraki governor, like, don't you have applied as Ibaraki? Something like that.
What? That's a very interesting problem to have, though, because if I were governor of Ibaraki Prefecture, I'm trying to figure out like what would I do to bring more people to Ibaraki. So, like, Kumi, what would you do if you're governor of Ibaraki Prefecture? What's your plan to bring in more tourism?
Well, maybe, yeah, very difficult. There are not so many things we can do, increase the foreign people number
Hmm.
accurately,
Hmm.
but maybe there is only this small solution step by step, like a small PR, and then PR allowed. sightseeing area of Ibaraki for on internet or something like that. But changing airport name can change huge thing.
Mm.
So I'm not sure what I can do.
Oh,
Well, what would you do, Alan?
don't you know?
What? What would you do?
I asked you first.
Oh, you asked Kumi, not me.
I just said, what would you do, Jiko?
Oh, well, I mean, there are some really pretty places in Ibaraki, so I just push those. Like, there are loads of really nice cherry blossom spots. Um, I mean, the Japan Travel, JNTO, they often like try to push places in least visited prefectures. So do something with them, and then yeah, just push the attractions that you do have.
You wouldn't change the name of the airport?
No, because I'm not gonna trick people like that.
Drake.
That's basically,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, we're Tokyo. Yeah, come on in. Come on in.
Yeah, there is another option like in Northern Tokyo Airport, something like that. This is not lie, but
Not even Tokyo.
Totally
yeah,
different.
the point is, if we want to go to London, there are 4 or 5 options land to London area, like Gatwick, Heathrow, Stansted. But
Yeah.
each airport can, from each airport, we can reach to city center from 15 minutes to maybe maximum 1 hour.
Mm.
The official information about Ibaraki Airport to go to city center of Tokyo is minimum is 2 hours. So
Yeah.
which means can be more than 2.5 hours if you are with big luggage.
Yeah.
So even it's not convenient for tourists
Yeah.
to so yeah the updated information is they finally stopped to change its name. Now it's just the Ibaraki International Airport.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you, we as a person who works at the tourism industry, we all know Ibaraki is not less attractive less attractive prefecture. Like
Mm.
you say, there are so many good places. But me, who is native Japanese, growing up Tokyo, kind of understand why people treat Ibaraki not cool.
Yeah.
Because you
So,
can't. Yeah.
sorry,
That you can or can't understand.
can understand.
Hmm.
Well, we have a kind of main idea about Ibaraki, I think.
Well, it's a lot quieter than Tokyo. You're not gonna have to like elbow your way through crowds to, be able to see things and do things.
Yeah.
But there's a benefit to being the least attractive prefecture is that you can enjoy the attractions in peace.
I know. Maybe even my image of Ibaraki come from that this annual survey, and then that survey strong our idea stronger. Oh, Ibaraki is not cool, and the next year we still think, oh, Ibaraki is not cool, like that. But when I was teenager, that was difficult to understand nature side or temple culture, the
Mm.
beauty. Uh, I was more keen on going to city center or buying fashion stuff or
Yeah.
watching cinema or something. So, um, if this is survey, if the survey is for all of generation, the results can change. This survey is often held in internet, which means maybe
Lots
young
of young
people to
people.
young adults in the
Yeah.
past. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not fair survey, but now Ibaraki is become strong. They are using that um, honor in not honor place as PR,
Mm.
and then finally we know where is Ibaraki, what
Yeah.
is Ibaraki actually. I think there is some more struggle for prefecture like ranked on 25 or 26. They can't
Mm.
uh, use this as a
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
Well, I think there are some great places to visit in Ibaraki. So if you are looking for a less touristy experience, we can definitely help out with that. Um, I think moving on to some really cool news is that uh, not in Ibaraki, in a different prefecture, Nara, which is a little bit more visited, is a man, just a random man, walked into the city hall and dropped off about 30 million yen, which is just under $300,000, and told them to use it to battle COVID-19, and then just walked out, and nobody knows who he is.
It's cool. Additional information about this donation is there are three bunch of 10 uh, sorry 1000 100,000 yen,
Mm.
and one of them has the message used for children who cannot join education this situation. Another one has sorry, can't remember. Anyway, each 1000 100,000 yen has a specific way to use
$100,000.
request from him.
So 10 million yen.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, yes.
Yep. So he had, it was, and they were in plastic bags.
Yep.
And with notes on them saying, use this for this, use this for this, use this for that. Kumi?
I think.
Hey,
Hmm?
yeah, can you
What do
hear
you,
me?
who do you like? I think it's a lovely gesture. I don't know how far 30 million yen will stretch to fight a global pandemic. Um, but you know, it's the thought that counts, right? And I think he wanted it to be used specifically for people within Nara. So I mean, even then, it's still like, eh. But I think it was a mafia member. You know, I think it was somebody in one of the Japanese mafia families who, you know, had to do it anonymously because they didn't want to show their face doing it, which is still cool, which is still very,
Yeah.
very, which is in my mind acceptable. Clearly, their heart
Mm.
was in the right place. But what do you guys think?
Well, I think it was drug money or some sort of, it came from somewhere illicit, but they wanted to help their country out during this time and decided to just drop it off so they'd actually use the money. So I think it was sweet.
Um, if it's does he need it to do with cash, uh, not send money in a donation place? So it kind of makes sense because it's been said Japanese mafia has a lot of cash which can't use in a bank because they hadn't paid official tax. If they put cash in a bank account, the government figured out how much they have. So
Yeah,
Mm.
holding a lot of cash, it's kind of weird. Not sure if it's in the article that man was 70s,
Yeah.
that
Mm.
pretty old man. Um, it's also said a lot of elder people still has a cash in their house because they can't trust the bank.
Mm.
Um, it's it's so ambiguous. But my point, the point I supplies is Alan got this idea very quickly. Maybe he is mafia. Yes. um, the chat area of that article was full of compliment uh,
Mm.
from Japanese people. So none of us, sorry, I exaggerate that story, but many of us didn't think that was Yakuza present.
But but so like if you think about it though, um, who has just that much money sitting around? You know what I mean? And if
Yeah,
they did have that much money, obviously, I don't know how it is in Japan, but charitable donations are like a tax write-off. in most
Mm,
countries. So like if you
Mm-hmm.
money and it's official, you can, say, hey, government, I donate money, and then they'll give you a discount on the taxes, right? So for
yeah.
someone to do it that way, it's kind of like, and it's not a bad thing again because like I've heard so many stories, and we should really do an interview with. I'm gonna try to get Yasu on again to so that he can tell us about like his time with spent with mafia families and whatnot. But I've heard many stories about how like the Japanese mafia will donate during like an earthquake or disaster to help people out. Like they're very quick to respond and provide assistance. So it's kind of a good thing. It's a good image that I have, at least that I have, because I don't know a whole lot, but what I do know is has been pretty positive about like Japanese mafia members looking out for their communities. So.
Mm.
Mm.
Well, I think it was a nice gesture on the whole.
And then this article ended with the sentence: Nala Prefecture's mayor decided to use money uh, of this money,
Mm,
which means it's if it's unclear money, unclear cash, they can't use it for government running. So very ambiguous, but maybe there is some sort solution to use this money.
mm,
I'm not sure because I've never seen that a lot of money.
mm,
Mm. It's so interesting too, because like the fact that it was even reported, an
Mm.
anonymous donation that's untraceable. If that were America, I don't know if we would have ever heard about it.
yeah, the person who collected it might just have gone home 3 million yen
Yeah.
richer.
Wow, retirement fund right there.
I
Not,
mean, a few years.
well, yeah, yeah. Or ooh, nice car, or something like
Yeah.
that. Another good thing about Japan, I suppose.
Well, another elderly Japanese person that has made the news is a grandma who is, well, a gaming grandma. Um, I think Alan and Kumi, you probably know more about this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pull up her gaming account on YouTube, but she's a streamer and she is how old is she? 92?
90?
90. Yeah, she had a birthday of 90 recently, I think.
Okay. Um and so I think that makes her officially the oldest game streamer
Mm,
um in the world. Did Guinness actually give her the record for that?
they did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so Guinness gave her the record for the oldest officially the oldest gaming streamer. Ooh, I can't speak English. Alive. So let me just bring up her. And I
Uh,
really like
sh-
her logo here. It's G.
yeah, GG
Mhm.
Gaming Grandma.
Gaming grandma. Hmm?
You guys see my screen?
Not yet.
Nope,
You
not yet.
gotta give me screen share
So
for.
her playing style is not like just a grandma enjoying game cute way or grandson enjoying grandma playing video game. This is not like this. Her finger is moving very nimbly, and then even she is playing game like Call of Duty, which is uh, how can I say that, FTP game, gun shooting game,
Oh, yeah.
not like Animal Crossing or a growing up farm, not like this. So
Mm.
she is riding motorbike and kill assigns and spy someone in
Yeah,
a video game. That's pretty cool.
yeah,
And then
yeah. Mm. Yeah, she's like playing she's playing real games.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
like I think one of them she was playing Grand Theft Auto here, Hold on, I just want to show this one part. Because Grand Theft Auto, you don't think, okay, it's a 90-year-old lady playing Grand Theft Auto. There she is. Hold on.
I swear, I will not serve you.
Mr. Phillips. Your
What's that name?
Yes, Mr. Chang. Pleasure to meet you. No, I am Mr. Chang's humble translator. Mr. Chang.
Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna fast forward.
What the fuck is wrong with him? Why do I give a fuck? Don't go!
Hold on, where was
Please, I beg you. If you go, his father killed me. Why do I give a fuck? You don't. Well, we hear that Trevor Phillips Corporation.
it?
Well, well, let me show
Yeah.
you the operation.
案内してやるよ。
Hold on.
This is us. It says he's gonna take us out of business.
It's already fun for people who know what is Grand Theft Auto. It's not. It's 0% peaceful game.
Yeah.
Did she say Shipatsumas?
I'm not sure. I can't really
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
Yeah. But basically,
So
yeah, Grand Theft Auto, for those who don't know, is I can't imagine there are people who don't. G, do you know what Grand Theft Auto is? Because
I've never played it, but I know it's a driving game of some sort. Right? That you steal cars?
I mean, yeah, I suppose, yeah. But yeah, most of the, I'm trying to think, is there a Grand Theft Auto where you're not playing as a criminal? No. So you're playing as a criminal in any Grand Theft Auto game, but Grand Theft Auto 5 is like the story of three different like hardcore criminals. So it's not the type of game, again, that you would imagine a 90-year-old lady streaming on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what else does she play? She plays Dauntless. Dauntless is another kind of like a fighting magic game. Modern Warfare. So yeah, I think you guys should give her channel a look for our 5 listeners who listen to us.
I've seen that the video, the title is Days Gone Mission と頭ぶち抜くところだ the top video of her homepage.
Yeah.
This is focused on her finger when she's praying with console. Her finger is, it's not like 90 years old woman. Sometimes I played video game with my mom, not grandma, with just my mom. Even her finger won't move like this. And then I was very enjoying watching my mom finger when she's praying because it's cute. Like mistake, but her finger is it's like my younger cousin playing PlayStation 4 like this.
Yeah.
It's very impressive, kind of shocking, funny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you improve at what you use. You know, she's been gaming for the past 40 years, so her hands are working nimbly or are used to that now.
Yeah.
She said she really wants to have PlayStation 5. She's waiting.
Waiting for the release date.
Yeah.
Oh.
So cool though. I really hope that I am playing games at 90 as well. 5 years. So wow, she's been doing this for a while. But yeah, so that is the gaming grandma. You should definitely check that out. And congratulations to her on receiving the Guinness World Record for oldest gaming streamer.
Yeah.
That can be my target. This is not too difficult to keep going for me. Playing video game for next 50 years is fine for me, but I'm not sure if I can stay alive next 50 years.
I feel like
No more than 50 years.
Go ahead. Sorry, Kumi.
Oh no, more than 50 years because uh, she's 19. Yeah,
Yeah, you got a while to go.
yeah.
I feel like by the time we reach her age, people are still going to be like our generation is going to be playing games until they're like decrepit and can't
Yeah.
do it anymore.
Well, that is the gaming grandma, and now we're on to an interesting, probably Japan-specific cultural practice, and that is adoption. That's not what makes it so interesting. It's that 98% of the adoptions in Japan are actually adult men, and not children. And it's basically when people need they haven't had kids or they don't have a son and they need someone to continue on the family business, they will adopt a 20 to 30-year-old man, a fully grown man, to run the business but using their name. Kumi, have you heard about this?
Yes, because actually, for me, very familiar. I thought this is the way to keep going family business. So yeah, I didn't know that it's kind of surprising thing for overseas. Then also I didn't know that Japan is the second country of number of adoption a year, something like that. Mm. Because including this culture. Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can I give you a question back? Not answer a Japanese thing. So, how the other people can learn their family business if they don't have a son anymore?
Someone else buys it or takes it over that's just not in the family. I would imagine. I mean, I don't know. I haven't left a family business to anyone.
Yeah. I like the huge company in Japan, Suzuki, Honda, which is the Japanese family name. So since they are all having company as its family name, this is very important, running as family company. So they are taking, I think Suzuki or Honda, it already has a fourth adopted son as CEO on its
Yeah.
company. Yeah, so
So quite a popular or well-known practice.
mm.
Wow, that's yeah. I'd never heard of that before. Before coming to Japan.
Well, I thought, but another fact I found from this article is I thought that kind of thing is for only big government which need to keep going as family business. But now actually there is another side of this culture. There is a website which trying to make match the person who want to adapt it into the family and the family who wants a son, who want to have a son as husband for their daughter. It's
So
more,
kind of like omiyai.
yes, it is exactly. Maybe they will have a omiai after they make a match on this website. Exactly. So because the website and the website owner said there are so many men who wants to use their business skill outside company because climbing up corporate ladder in the company is kind of difficult in Japan. Most of the company has the system going next step as depends on their age. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. So Asia's men looking for looking for the opportunity to own the business when they're young, and one of the way is adopted into the family which already has a business, then inheritance
Yeah.
by them.
I wonder if Japanese boys like when they're 8 are like, when I grow up, I really want to be adopted into a family so I can run a business. Like I wonder if people grow up aiming for that.
Well, I don't think so. Definitely not like this. But there is another survey for kids. Question is, what do you want to do in the future?
Mm.
The last year's surveys, number one was like maybe YouTuber, maybe e-sport gamer,
Mhm.
and maybe third something take at third was like soccer player or something.
Mm.
Then maybe four or five there is a CEO.
Yeah.
Just uh, the, in this survey doesn't say what kind of industry they want to work in.
Mm.
Just want to have a business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing I'm sure is they want to be a owner of a business anywhere, any kind of thing.
Yeah.
They are not sure what they want to do yet.
Yeah.
So maybe not kid age when they become university student or after graduated and then they found out climbing a corporate ladder is difficult, they start to think about adapted.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm. Well, I mean, our cultural question for the week relates to that, and that is Nukoyoshi. And well, yeah, Kubi, why don't you explain a bit about that?
Yeah, exactly same reason. Mukoyoshi means a man going to wife's family um, and get it got married with her, also become son of her parents.
And he gets her surname.
Yes, it is,
Mm.
and it's officially parents' son. Parents' son means when wife's parents passed away, that he can inheritance their money and the business as a son.
Mm.
Um, there's a similar word, just uh, there's a similar word expression how to get married for men. Mukoiri, not
Mm-hmm.
mukoyoshi. Because mukoiri just mean just married with her, live with her family, but in a law, sorry, not become son-in-law.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Just wife's husband.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm. Uh, the good point is, uh, officially can take over the business.
Mm.
Uh, I'm not sure there is any other strong point of this system, but that was common to keep family bloodline with this way
Mm.
for historically common, like like for samurai family or business family in it before the Edo period.
Yeah.
So even when the business owner doesn't have a son uh, who has a good business skill, they
Mm.
looked for the business owners looked for men who has a good skill or capable for sorry as a husband for
Mm.
their another daughter or something. So
Yeah.
this is common thing to do. Even they have a son, too. They
Mm.
wanted to keep good CEO for next ages, even not from family.
Mm.
It's been said it was more popular in western side of Japan.
Mm.
Mm. Um, yeah, I think nowadays there's still demand, but not the first option to get married, of course.
Yeah.
So once say popular, uh, yeah, especially in mm, cosmopolitan area, not popular anymore, but maybe some farming, maybe some family who is running farming business or manufacturing business or maybe traditional thing like making some metal or Japanese cultural dishes or some portrait factory, something like that. They are looking for the man who can be adapted.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I think that's probably one of the most interesting things, at least for me, that we've talked about so far. So thank you very much for that, Kumi. I think that wraps us up, unless Alan, you have anything else to add?
We do have a giveaway.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have anything to add other than that. So.
So our then final bit for this week is our weekly giveaway. And this week we are, tell me if you guys can see this, giving away this. So Pringles is well, you got Pringles everywhere, don't you? But this is a ebi chili sauce Pringles. So if you would like this, all you need to do is subscribe to our channel, post a comment in the comments below saying you want this, and then we will pick a winner and send this to you for you to enjoy.
Is it familiar? Does ebi sauce sounds familiar for people who in upload? Ebi is ebi
Maybe
famous thing?
No, I think prawn flavored things are definitely a Japanese thing.
All right.
Yeah.
What about this size? This size of Pringles is my size, but my stereotype of United States is huge package of chips. So
Yeah. It's like a mini one.
even size is Japanese idea. Do you think?
I think you get half Pringles in other countries too.
Okay.
Yeah, we have them in the States. Yeah, but every chitty is delicious. Those who are coming to Japan, definitely try that out at an old show or somewhere. Actually, I don't know if old show has every chitty. It might be every mile, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's our giveaway this week.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So comment and subscribe if you want that. And that brings us to a close for this week. We will be back next week with some more news topics and cultural tidbits. But that is it from us at Japan Catch Up.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.